Hi, I'm Monty McKinnon. Thank you so much for joining me. In our last video, I showed you this particular jig here. And while I demonstrated all of this and showed you how to use this and whatnot, one of the things I forgot to do was to show you that when the neck is sitting on here like this, and understand it's all carved away here, and the fingerboard is running down the top. Underneath here at the bottom, you need to support this, because with the neck running along here from the 14th fret to about the 11th fret, it is quite open, and you want to be careful about that, which is another reason for moving it closer. So I don't want to put a lot of pressure on here without this being supported underneath. So when this is carved away, it's still going to need some wedges put underneath here so that I cannot push this thing down. Otherwise, what I'm doing is flexing the fingerboard like this, and it will break or it could crack, and you don't want that. So you need to be very careful, because when that's over there like this, actually like that, from here to here, it's very open, and you don't want to put a lot of pressure. You can see how that's even moving up here. Watch this here. So you don't want that when you're pushing down hard on the drill press in order to press in your particular frets, and we'll get more of that information when we do the fretting. So I just wanted to point that out to you. Make sure you support this underneath there. So let's get rid of this. Now what I want to show you today is a jig that you're going to use a lot of, because when it comes to taking this, cutting this out, shaping all of this and making it look like a guitar neck, you're going to use this jig right here. Now this measures 21 inches, I believe it is. Love those hands. They just are so annoying. 21 inches, and to the very top of this, it's 12 inches, and to the top of the under part here, I am about 11.5 inches, because that's a 1/2 inch piece here. So what I do, I've got 3 slots cut in here. You may have 2, because it depends on your particular vise whether you have 1 or 2 posts running through here. I have 2 support posts and the anvil in there, so it just simply goes down there like that, and then I just simply clamp it in place, and it's secure. So I've got rubber on the top of these. These are simply glued in place, and they're nothing fancy. They're about 1.5 inches. Remember, the width of your neck is going to be about 2 inches. Okay, coming down to 1 3/4 up to about 2. So you need it about 1.5 so that you can shoe shine it when you need to. Now this cutout is cut out specifically so that when we have this sitting here like this, I'm able to get the calipers in here and clamp and know the thickness of my neck, how far down I've taken it, because with the slot in here, I don't want to take it too far and go right through and end up seeing the truss rod. That would be a very bad day. So you don't want to do that. Now, this end here, the length of this is approximately 10 inches. Again, this is a little wider. It's about 2.5 up here. It's got rubber on it, and I've got rubber right to the top, and I got a Bessy clamp here, and I've got a Bessy clamp here. Now the reason for that is when I take this and I've got the fingerboard in here, let's just put that down so it's level, I can actually come down and clamp that in place, and that's not moving anywhere. Remember, this is glued to the wood on the neck. So that's how that works. Now, I've got a hole drilled through here with a bolt, and I've made this round so that this is slotted here. It's just simply, how wide have we got here? It's 1.5. I've got 1/2 inch. So it's wide enough for me to put a bolt on here, and because I've got it bent, I can move this thing up and down to accommodate whatever neck I'm building and whatever angle this happens to be. So that would end up working perfect, and I could do that, or I could do that, and that holds that. Because the fingerboard is now glued to this, this will come down and it's held securely in place. That will allow you to cut this out. If you haven't got a bandsaw, you'll do it on a bandsaw if you do. And then you'll end up shaving this down here until you get it perfectly round and to the thickness that you particularly want to use. This is a very handy item. You're actually going to use it when you put the finish on the back of the neck and you're polishing it all up. And we'll show you some of that, because this jig is very, very handy. And yes, it's only used for one thing, but it's very important. The reason for this is I had a different, you'll see this is cut out here. I had a different kind of connection on here where I simply had a bolt and I screwed it down and it came down in here. Now I've got rid of that. I put this on here to be able to do that, and that's perfect. So that's it. Those two jigs are very important jigs. This is made out of some lumber you've got in your shop now, likely, so it's not hard to do, and you can put it together very quickly. Don't forget the rubber on here so that you don't score the top of the fretboard, because we want to keep that nice and clean for adding the frets and getting it all set to go. So that's it. Those two jigs, the one I just showed you, the one was on the last video, you're going to use that for putting on the frets. You're going to use it for filing the frets. You're going to turn that over, put it on here, and you're going to be able to take the sandpaper and go back and forth like this, up and down, and run it along here to get all the scratches out, and it's going to be a great looking neck. So that's it for the neck jigs at this point. All right, thank you for joining me. I know it's not the most exciting video to look at some of this, but I hope that it will help you, because we've got the rubber support pieces here, and it's the way you do it to make it really nice. By the way, they use this kind of thing. I've seen it at the Martin Guitar Factory. They made theirs out of a 2x4 up on the top here, and it was all solid, because they know the exact angle they're going to be putting on here. They just simply cut the wood like this, and it's a solid piece, and they know exactly how to go about doing it. The principle is the same, and so you're going to need that. All right, thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button down below. Check out the links that are there. Check out Michael Builds for some awesome experience on YouTube. He has some great videos. And check out Leo Santarelli. You can also get Leo on his Leo Santarelli shorts, or hashtag shorts, or shorts hashtag, whatever. You'll find him there. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye for now. Oh, I've been waiting for this. This is so good. I need this so bad. Oh man, there's nothing like a cup of tea. All right, time to get on with it.